Yay!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Hi, voice man.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I'm fine. Voice lady saved me. It's title card. I can't see for shit.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, white room.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I've broken the game and already got to the ending. Nature paintings? Oh. Nature painting. This tiny office? Stanley's computer. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. Half of Stanley's office with 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered through development, though core layout remains most identical to the first iteration. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved to alter to make sure the player reaches 2 doors in good time. I think we completed the game already. The 2 doors. A set of 2 open doors to the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerges as an extension of itself, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. Nice. Let's turn that computer on in the office. I'm trying the doors. Oh. I think I completed the game. Done it. Button sounds. Selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesizer tone. That's cool. Alright. Completed the game already? I'll turn the computer off. Solitaire. Turn off. Employee database. Turn that off too. I think I completed the game. Question mark? What's this way? Office clock, nice. boss's office. This is kind of cool. It's like a museum mode. I don't know. It's so good. I've already completed the game. Look at me go.
Great.
I just heard a voice.
His co-workers. Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? And finally, he pushed the number 9.
Kevin Brighton, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2-year development.
Stanley pushed the big red button.
These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final
stood
game.
on the roof. Stanley stood on the snow. Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on
That's
intuitively.
really cool. I don't know what I've done, but I've broken the game so much that I got an ending. Or I've completed it somehow. I don't think I completed it. Freedom ending. I might spoil myself by going this way, but... Oh. Can I push it? I have not learned anything about my... Right. Let's not look at all this stuff. I don't know what I've done. I want to look at it, but I don't want to look at it at the same time because I feel like it's like kind of might be spoiling me a bit. Oh, raining money though. Alright, let's go. Leave this area. We can. How do I get out? Is there a way to get out? Don't know what to do. There doesn't seem to be a way out here. That just goes to nowhere, doesn't it? There's no... I mean, how did I end up doing this? Like, I should just follow the voice man. Why do I have to be so, like... Respond!
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay. Push the button.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you
Metal
move
Gear
forward,
Solid.
you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Is doing a Metal Gear tell me to turn off my game? Voice lady. Okay. We're back. So, I kind of like broke the game maybe a little bit. Are we surprised?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Not
What could it
really.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fancy breaking the game, chat. It's gone up. Might be doing something. I don't think I'm doing anything at all. Still trying every door. Voice man isn't even commenting on it anymore.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what I'm gonna do, don't you, voice man? You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go say hi
Yet
to
there was
Chris.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No! 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 Why? No! The one thing I liked and they took it away from me. Why?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why would they do that? Still doesn't look right to me, but what do I know?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4, 5.
Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Voice man hates me so much. I think he does, yes. Voice lady likes me though, apparently. I mean, I don't know. Kind of giving me Colonel vibes. I don't know how I feel about that. Tell me that turn my PlayStation off. Couldn't do that, lady, if I even wanted to, because I'm streaming. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm going forward to the mind control facility. Hi, camera.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sure. Looks like a load of coding.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
Holy shit.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where are we? We're 4, I've forgotten what number we were. 427? Even the bosses is like monitored. That's a lot of freaking employees.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
There's a lot of flashing lights and a sense of irony there.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Are we? Or maybe we use it to accept Stanley's will. And we are in control of the mind control. I wonder if that's really scary down there. It kills me if I get down there. No, it's just a thing. Broom closet is your favorite. They've sealed it off from me. They've locked it because I keep going in there so much just because I like it in there. I want to meet Chris. They've locked me from going in. This button do 5. I have not learnt anything about not pressing. There's another button up there. Have you seen it? I have no idea what I'm doing. Please refrain from spoilers. I'd appreciate that very much. I can't get up there. There's a button up there though. I'm the type to press buttons first, ask questions later. That's okay. I don't know what the 5 button does. I've already died like twice. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Mind control idle waiting input. Can we take this over? Can we mind control people?